How's it going, guys? And welcome back to ADP Reviews. And welcome to the first installment of our next review marathon. This time, we're taking a look at the Harry Potter and Fantastic Beasts films. The Harry Potter novels released from 1997 to 2007 were massive successes with kids and adults alike, selling millions of copies and cultivating one of the largest and most passionate fan bases in popular culture. So, it makes sense that after the release of the first novel, it was decided that the novel, still being written by author J.K. Rowling, would be adapted to the big screen. What followed would be a series of 8 films from 2001 to 2011 that would collectively gross over $6 billion at the box office, winning over fans and critics alike. In fact, these films are still continuing under the spin-off series Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, but we'll get to that at another point. I myself am a big fan of the Harry Potter series. I read the books with my mom growing up and saw almost all the films in theaters. I'm Ravenclaw, by the way. Today, I'm going to talk about the first film in the series, the only film I didn't see in theaters, Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. Or Sorcerer's Stone if you're a dumb American like me. The film was released in 2001 and directed by Chris Columbus. I really remember enjoying it when I first saw it, but it might be one of the films in the series that I've watched the least amount of times. So, rewatching the film, what do I think of the first installment? Well, let's look at the story. Harry Potter, played by Daniel Radcliffe, is an orphan who was left at the doorstep of his abusive aunt and uncle and their rotten son Dudley. Harry seems to be a normal child, but after a trip to the zoo in which his cousin falls into the snake exhibit after the glass disappears, he begins receiving mysterious letters. Each one is ripped to shreds or destroyed by his Uncle Vernon, who seems to be doing everything in his power to keep Harry from reading them. After the house is suddenly flooded out of nowhere with letters, however, the Dursleys take Harry and go to stay in a small hut far off in the middle of the sea. They aren't safe for long, however, as on the night of Harry's 11th birthday, a very large bearded man knocks down the door and introduces himself as Rubeus Hagrid, the groundskeeper at Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. He gives Harry one of the letters which tells Harry that he has been accepted to Hogwarts. Though his aunt and uncle protest, Harry leaves with Hagrid. While purchasing his school supplies from the enchanted shops in Diagon Alley, Harry learns that almost everyone he meets knows his name and treats him like a celebrity. Only when talking to Hagrid does he realize that the reason he's famous is because when he was just a baby, a dark wizard named Voldemort murdered his parents. He attempted to murder Harry as well. Harry, however, survived the attempt on his life with only a lightning bolt-shaped scar on his forehead. Though Voldemort is presumed dead by many, Hagrid believes he's still out there somewhere. On the train ride to Hogwarts, Harry meets 2 new friends, a poor young boy with red hair named Ron Weasley, played by Rupert Grint, and a very intelligent girl named Hermione Granger, played by Emma Watson. Upon reaching Hogwarts, Harry and his new friends are told they will be sorted into one of 4 houses: Gryffindor, Hufflepuff, Ravenclaw, or Slytherin. The 3 of them are sorted into Gryffindor, and as the school year starts, the 3 of them learn of rumors of a mysterious artifact called the Philosopher's Stone, a powerful stone capable of creating the elixir of life. What's more, they learn that someone is planning to steal it. Will they solve this dangerous mystery? What secrets does Hogwarts hold, and what dangers lie within? So I'm just going to start off by saying this. I won't be drawing too many comparisons between the book and the film in this review, as we're simply looking at how Harry Potter holds up as a film. With that said, what do I like about this movie? First, I love the actors they chose to portray the characters. Almost every actor looks the part, sounds the part, and acts the part. Daniel Radcliffe brings a wide-eyed curiosity to the role that I think any of us would have if we were suddenly thrust into the wizarding world. Rupert Grint provides a good amount of comic relief with his more simple view of the magic around him, but still manages to play a supportive friend. Emma Watson brings a very posh and intellectual presence to the role of Hermione that strikes a perfect balance between an uptight witch who's proud of her knowledge and an insecure young woman who finds a kindred friendship with Ron and Harry. The best child actor in this film, however, is Tom Felton as the school bully, Draco Malfoy. You can tell that Tom Felton was loving this part. Every line he has is delivered with a sneer of superiority that you would see in a Bond villain. He's just great to watch. The adult actors are great as well. Primarily Richard Harris as Headmaster Albus Dumbledore, Maggie Smith as Professor McGonagall, and Alan Rickman as Professor Severus Snape. All three of these actors bring such presence and authority to their roles, but in different ways. Richard Harris is very kind and wise, but commanding when he needs to be. Maggie Smith is very strict, but has plenty of kindness under her tough exterior. And Alan Rickman is a very brooding and authoritative figure who tolerates no one's nonsense. The music is also great. John Williams is one of the greatest composers of our time, and he manages to bring the magic of the wizarding world to life while slightly hinting at the underlying sinister threats to come. Hedwig's theme and Leaving Hogwarts are still two of my favorite pieces he's ever composed. I also love the design of Hogwarts. As soon as you see the castle in the dead of night with the stars overhead and hear the music swell, you know you've entered a different world. Not to mention all the different locations, sets, and miniatures that were used really come together to bring Hogwarts to life. But my favorite thing about this movie is the atmosphere. There's just something, for lack of a better word, magical about the environment, setting, and even the way it's shot. In Diagon Alley, for example, in almost every shot, there's something going on in the background that differentiates this world from our world. So, what don't I like about this movie? Well, for one thing, the child actors clearly struggle in a few places. They're not bad, but it would be a little while before they would really find their footing. Emma Watson in particular. She has a few lines that, while delivered competently given her age at the time, kinda come off a little clunky. Second, some of the effects are really dated, particularly when it comes to the creatures like the troll and Fluffy the three-headed dog. There's a scene where the kids are fighting a mountain troll in the women's bathroom. Wow, there's a sentence I never thought I'd say. Harry crawls on top of the troll to fight it, and yeah, it's some of the most rubber-looking CGI I've ever seen in a live-action movie. It's pretty bad, especially if you're watching on Blu-ray or 4K. This is probably my biggest complaint about the film. Actually, I take it back. This is my biggest complaint with the film. Seriously, what the hell? For crying out loud, I nearly shit myself when I first saw this. Shame on you, J.K. Rowling. Or Chris Columbus, I don't know. Whoever was responsible for this demented version of Reading Rainbow. Butterfly in the sky. But traumatic memories aside... Sorry. Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone is a charming first chapter into a large magical story. It's got some problems, but nothing that hinders the film too much. I give Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone 4 stars out of 5. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. Thank you for watching, everyone. If you like this video, give it a like and remember to share it on social media. And stay tuned as the Harry Potter review marathon continues here on ADP Reviews.